You know the exact feeling, right? The call is going absolutely flawlessly. You've poured your heart out, explained literally every single feature, and in your mind, the deal is in the bag. But then, boom, the prospect drops that dreaded roadblock. I need to think about it. So why does this keep happening? Well, the invisible problem here isn't your product at all. It's actually your approach. Believe it or not, traditional pitching is killing your deals before they even get off the ground. But don't worry, there's a fix for this, and it's called Conviction to Closing, the 6-step closer framework. This is our overarching system designed to completely shift your mindset. We're going to move you away from trying to force a sale and instead show you how to effortlessly guide a prospect's decision. Over the course of this explainer, we'll map out exactly how you can build unshakable trust and close those deals without ever sounding desperate. And just for some quick context, this transformative business masterclass is produced by Waqas Ahmed Shah, a dedicated educator and AI agents and automation builder for educators, traders, and startups, based right out of Karachi, Pakistan. Okay, let's dive right into part 1, the hidden sales killer and exactly why prospects end up ghosting you. Look, here's the honest truth. Your prospects are terrified. Think about it from their perspective. They've likely tried other solutions in the past, spent their hard-earned money, wasted countless hours, and still failed to get the results they actually wanted. So when they get on a call with you, they're stepping into that conversation highly defensive. They are absolutely terrified of making another expensive mistake. So your job? It definitely isn't to push past that fear. It's to deeply, genuinely understand it. Which brings us to part 2, mastering sales conviction and making that crucial internal mindset shift. It all comes down to 2 very different approaches. On one hand, you have the pushy salesperson. This person tries to force a buy, dumps a massive list of features on the client, and completely ignores those underlying fears we just talked about. On the other hand, you have the decision helper. A decision helper doesn't push, they guide. They understand the client's pain and help them visualize 2 very clear paths: staying stuck in their current frustrating situation or moving toward their dream outcome. You see, you aren't really selling at all. You're simply helping them make a confident decision. And here is the ultimate test for your own conviction. Would you recommend your service to your brother, your sister, or your best friend? Seriously, ask yourself that. If you would confidently give your own family access to your product, like the AAGHAZ curriculum for AI in sales, for example, that exact level of genuine trust naturally transfers over to your prospect. They can feel it in your voice. You literally can't fake that. All right, let's move to part 3. This is the golden rule of sales. Who actually controls the call? There's an old saying that hits the nail right on the head. The person asking the questions controls the conversation. You've got to remember the 80-20 rule here. You should be actively listening 80% of the time and talking only 20% of the time. If a prospect asks you a question and you instantly jump into defense mode to justify your product, well, you've just lost control of the call. Instead, you want to ask proactive questions, get them talking, and then strategically use their exact words back to them. That builds instant relatability and trust. Now for the main event, part 4, the 6-step framework, taking you all the way from clarifying the problem to closing the deal. So here is the complete roadmap: clarify, label, pain cycle, vacation, pitch, and reinforce. First up, you clarify exactly why they booked the call in the first place. Next, you label the problem back to them and clearly define what their dream success looks like. But stick with me here because step 3 is where the real psychological magic happens. Step 3 is known as the pain cycle. And truthfully, this is where most salespeople completely drop the ball. You absolutely must dig into their history. What have they tried before? Why exactly didn't it work? What is the real emotional and financial cost of leaving this problem unresolved? By exploring their past failures, you make that pain feel incredibly fresh and urgent. Suddenly it clicks for them. They realize there's no way they can afford to stay stuck. They have to act, and they have to act now. Once that pain is clearly established, you slide right into step 4, sell the vacation. This means presenting your solution using compelling stories, not just rattling off a boring list of features. Let's say your service requires consistency from the client. Don't just say, "Oh, we offer accountability." Tell a story. Remind them how parents have to make their kids brush their teeth every single day, and the kids usually hate it at first, but eventually, it becomes a fully automated habit for life. When you use relatable analogies like that, your solution just instantly clicks in their brain. Okay, now it's time for the pitch. But wait, before you pitch, you always need to ask for permission. Simply ask, "Would you mind if I show you how we work?" Once they say yes, please don't just talk at them.
Visualize the process. Actually share your screen. Show them your exact requirement documents. Open up your Slack channels. Reveal your standard operating procedures. Prove to them exactly how you operate behind the scenes. When they see a well-oiled machine working with their own eyes, all that friction and doubt just completely vanishes.
But of course, we live in the real world. So in part 5, we have to talk about handling the big 3 and how to overcome those inevitable objections. No matter how good your pitch is, you are inevitably going to face the big 3 roadblocks. The price is too high, the stall of, I need to ask my business partner, or the classic, I just need some time to think about it. You absolutely must drill your responses to these until they become second nature. Honestly, practice with AI voice modes, or literally just stand in front of a mirror until you can handle these objections calmly and without flinching. Preparation is everything here. Finally, we arrive at part 6, the critical 24-hour window. This is all about cementing the deal after you've actually heard the word yes. You see, you need a hyper-structured timeline to completely eliminate any chance of buyer's remorse. Here's how the top 1% do it. Within 1 hour of closing, the client receives their payment link and gets added to a Slack or WhatsApp community. Within 12 hours, you're on a dedicated discovery call, mapping out their exact needs. And within 24 hours, a full requirement document is sitting in their inbox. When you execute this fast, you build massive trust right out of the gate. You practically eliminate refunds, and you automatically generate highly profitable referrals. It's a total game changer. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought today. Is your conviction strong enough to stop pitching and start guiding? Are you finally ready to step up, ask the tough questions, and truly help your prospects make a life-changing decision? If you're serious about keeping your momentum going and mastering these powerful business automation and sales frameworks, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and until next time, keep optimizing your process.